Namaste to all. Kriyayoga is considered one of the greatest spiritual systems ever created, whether by God or by humans. This is a comprehensive collection of advanced spiritual practices that aims to assist individuals in achieving enlightenment, illumination, or supreme consciousness. It is a profound system. However, its beauty lies in its simplicity, as everyone can easily integrate it into their daily lives. Although it is the core of all yoga systems, this particular system is incomparable to any other. Anyone who is over 13 years old or has a strong desire to be initiated into Kriyayoga can practice this ancient and illuminating science. It is not necessary to possess any specific capability. All that is required is a strong desire to study and practice what you have learned. Kriya Yoga does not require you to refrain from engaging in sexual activities, as it is primarily intended for householders. What is the reasoning behind this? Since sexual activity is a normal part of life, individuals don't need to abstain from engaging in it. Kriya Yoga is founded on the spiritual practice of Tantra. When compared to other spiritual traditions, the Tantric system is the one that provides the most in-depth understanding of sexual life. In fact, Tantra has encouraged people to use sex as a means of spiritual growth as long as they approach it correctly. There is undoubtedly an abundance of literature regarding the conservation of sexual energy and its conversion into spiritual power. It is unfortunate that this idea has been widely misunderstood. When discussing the sublimation of sexual energy and its redirection into higher channels, individuals frequently fail to consider the concept in its entirety. The process of transforming seminal fluid into ojas, which is often referred to as spiritual force, is a topic that is regularly brought up in discussions. However, it is once again misunderstood. The underlying message is the transformation of sexual thoughts into spiritual directions. Many individuals constantly spend a significant amount of mental energy and mental power on sexual fantasies and related topics. There are numerous benefits that could be achieved by redirecting this energy toward spiritual pursuits. It is not necessary to refrain from participating in sexual activities. Continue to engage in sexual activity. However, refrain from becoming obsessed with sexual thoughts. Direct your thoughts toward pursuits that are not necessarily spiritual, such as personal interests, work, or study. This will enable you to discover new levels of power in your physical activities and thought processes. This is what is meant by the phrase sublimation of sexual energy. No, practicing Kriya Yoga doesn't mean you need to change the way you live. Let's now talk a little bit about food. What type of foods should one consume while practicing Kriya Yoga? It is permissible to take any food that promotes one's own health. It is, however, strongly recommended that individuals abstain from consuming alcohol or any intoxicating substances that are detrimental to one's overall well-being and nervous system. Many people believe that vegetarianism is an essential part of yoga, particularly in the practice of Kriya Yoga. This conviction, however, is only partially true. According to yoga, vegetarianism is considered the most nutritious diet. Nevertheless, it does not mandate that all yoga practitioners are required to adopt a vegetarian diet. It is important to note that vegetarianism is only considered permissible in yoga if it is the preferred dietary choice. Yoga holds that practicing vegetarianism can lead to the achievement of complete physiological health, which is a prerequisite for advancing to more advanced forms of yoga. Nevertheless, people who are not vegetarians are also welcome to practice Kriya Yoga, as well as any other form of yoga. The practice of yoga promotes vegetarianism. However, it doesn't require practitioners to follow a vegetarian diet. The primary goal of yoga is to develop a high level of sensitivity in the body, which can be more easily achieved by abstaining from meat consumption. It is important to note that yoga is intended to promote mental tranquility and physical relaxation. In short, it is not recommended to adopt a vegetarian diet if you are unsure whether you can meet all of your body's nutritional needs with that diet. Kriya Yoga has been developed to be accessible to all individuals. It is something that everyone can learn and practice. Even those who struggle to control their emotions, difficulty to concentrate, keep their thoughts peaceful, and sit for long periods of time can benefit from regularly practicing Kriya Yoga. Kriya Yoga is a highly effective spiritual system. It serves as the ultimate solution for managing stress. Kriya Yoga allows practitioners to address their concern through deeper relaxation techniques. Kriya Yoga techniques have a profound capacity to influence the functioning of both the body and mind. By providing complete relaxation to both body and mind, Kriya Yoga resolves all issues that persist at both the conscious and subconscious levels of awareness. This is how an individual who is free from all problems and distress can always enjoy happiness and peace. By regularly practicing Kriya Yoga, individuals can achieve complete liberation from all forms of suffering. The practice of Kriya Yoga leads to a gradual transformation of an individual's inherent nature. This transformation occurs as it moves from its raw, unpolished state to its pure, radiant, and spontaneous state. This transition takes place over time. The practice of Kriya Yoga bestows upon human being the following benefits: a healthy body that is free from sickness, a mind that is capable of engaging in accurate thinking, emotions that are in balance, and a personality that is able to perform any act in a creative manner. An act is considered creative when it's performed with awareness, joy, skill, and devotion. In fact, Kriya Yoga is a transformative process and a skill that can be accurately described as alchemical. It is capable of transforming an ordinary human into a superhuman, a process that is comparable to the transformation of a base metal into gold.